Z here, and man, it's been a while. It's been a long while since I've last kind of touched base with this game here. It has to have been at least a full score, maybe a few days after that. I don't know what a score is, so you can go ahead and make fun of me down in the comment section right now. But anyways, it's not like I hated this game. It's just when I was done reviewing it before, I was done with it here. I mean, anyone could just look at the previous review and notice that I was caressing Crytek's cock and cunt flaps for at least 5 reviewers worth. But there was something about it. I don't know, like the game I enjoyed, but the wait time and the lag that was constantly going on the service, I don't know. There was just something that I didn't like about it, and so I stopped playing it, and then I just recently came back to it because I thought, hey, it's out of early access. I wonder what the hell's going on with it right now. And how well is it done? Has this thing aged like wine or aged like mayo that you may have found in the back of the fridge that you have not cleaned in, let's say, 2 years? Metaphorically 2 years. Well, let's find out with another Where Are They Now review of Hunt Showdown.
The alphas of yesteryear. The games of the future. Welcome to Where Are They Now?
Alright, so the Hunt Showdown. To catch anybody else up who doesn't know what this game is all about and doesn't really want to cringe through my previous review, it's a sort of Western Deep South Bayou shooter horror game that pits you against the horrific beasts hiding somewhere out in this massive land, like a Bond villain mixed with a Lovecraftian nightmare. You use your dark-seeing powers to find hints that help you hone in on exactly where they're hiding, then you go out and you murder them in a sort of boss fight, harvest their corpse, and fuck off to an extraction point where you get money, points, and glory. Sounds pretty fun, right? I mean, I thought so. I always thought Clint Eastwood movies would be so much better if he fought an otherworldly demon monster instead of fighting just those boring old humans. And honestly, this game has reignited my interest in it. While playing it to get some gameplay footage for the review, I noticed not only did the game seem a lot prettier, as pretty as a zombie-infested bog can look, I guess, but the atmosphere just seemed so much more tense than I remembered it was before. I picked up a lot more on the things that I may have missed in my previous review, but first, let's talk about the new things in this game before we really get to the nitty-gritty. From before, the game definitely went through some minor and major changes. First off, new-looking hunters. Not only do we have the gruff, gun-toting men of the South, but we also have women characters that have been put in of all shapes, sizes, colors, heights, and weights. And don't you worry about the minutiae of picking someone, because no matter the hashtag diversity is our strength message, everybody dies at the hands of zombies, giant spiders, and pig monsters. These bloodthirsty hellspawns are actually very progressive. I also want to say that they put in new weapons, perks, and consumables, but honestly, I really didn't pay that much attention to them before. As long as the guns go bang bang and I'm injecting myself with health and not really chloroform, I'm happy with this. So, what else? A new boss monster for you to hunt. Yes, he's called the Assassin, and it's pretty much a conglomeration of a bunch of roaches that form a monster that scatters about at a fast pace and covers your entire screen with the disgusting little bastard. So, not really for the entomophobic types, Along with that new baddie, we also have another special zombie to add to the list. This little guy explodes when being hit with a bullet or when he's close enough to hit you, and I still don't know any of these zombies' names, and I still can't be fucked to look it up, so I guess we'll just call him Hothead. Thank you! Thank you very much, I'll be here all day! I hate you too, sir, thank you! I should also mention they added a new game style called Quick Play. Pretty simple idea. You wake up with either a shotgun, a pistol, or a melee weapon, and you try to activate all 4 objectives through the map to keep them under your control for the longest time, while other players are sitting here trying to fight you out for them. And I'm not gonna lie, Most of the time, they just don't leave from the fucking objective. You know, I know it sounds like a whiny noob, but it's really frustrating knowing, like, okay, there's a house right there. The objective's in there. I gotta get in there, but I know there's somebody in there with a shotgun. I could go up. I could climb up the side of the building and go in through the second floor window and burst in. No. He's going to notice that, so I'm gonna go in through the bottom. Son of a bitch! But if you're looking for more player-on-player homicide gameplay, it's just definitely, it works. I mean, okay, if you're patient enough to wait through the load time, which is absolutely terrible, it works, okay? But besides all of that, nothing's really that new. I mean, there's a DLC that they're selling, but I didn't partake of it since all it looks like it was a bunch of cosmetics.
As it should be.
So let me just kind of explain what in detail I really liked about this game after giving it 30 hours of my time. I've mentioned in my previous review that, it was the main reason why I gave it such a high review, but it's because of the atmosphere of this game. The atmosphere is so thick, it might even give me a run for my money. Let me help out anybody who has recently bought this game or is really thinking about buying this game. If you're like me and you can't focus on one thing at a time and constantly need a podcast or an episode of Breaking Bad or your favorite hentai video running in the background, ignore/refund this game right now. This game demands 100% of your attention if you ever hope to win the game, because everything around you is dependent on your undivided attention. Gunshots ringing in the distance. Okay, where did they come from? What direction? What kind of gun did it sound like? Snapping of twigs giving away a nearby horde of zombies in a bush. If the moaning wasn't enough for you. The clip-clopping of feet in a nearby building. Crows flying. Dogs barking. Horses neighing, giving away your position out to anyone in a 50-foot radius of you. The world around you is a cacophony of sounds hinting to where you are and hinting to where other people can find you here. Because, let me tell you, the zombies, the special zombies, hell, even the bosses don't mean shit in this game. The real problem is the fucking enemy players. Yes, I hope you haven't forgotten about them from the previous review. Sure, the zombies can get overwhelming, especially when you get caught with your pants down. And hell, if you're sneaky enough, you can sneak right up behind them and secure an objective or bypass an entire group of them. But every step of your way, there is a plethora of things that are just willing to give away your position to assholes with guns, and that's what changes the playstyle entirely. Let's say you don't want to fight people, right? Let's say you don't want to get into gunfights and you just want to get some easy in-game currency and experience from killing zombies and from securing objectives, right? You don't want all the attention. You want as little attention as you possibly can, right? Great! Go ahead and get some perks with a silenced or melee weapon and stealthily kill all the troubled zombies in your way and just stack up those easy points, right? But now you have to also keep an eye out for everything that will give away your position, or else you'll be in a gunfight before you know it. And if you happen to kill the boss, collect the bounty, and leave the area without anyone being the wiser, everyone on the map can see you now. Every single person on the map is able to see exactly where you are. And unless you have some Speedy Gonzalez genes and you get to the extraction point in time, not to mention the nail-biting 20 seconds to get out of there, they will hunt you down, slaughter you, and take your bounty that you worked so hard for. And let me tell you, even if you get caught out in a 2v1 gunfight, it does not mean it's over, okay? Because the gunplay in this game is sluggish, inaccurate, slow, and tedious, and I fucking love it. Every gun in this game is either a rifle or a revolver that just shoots one bullet, or a shotgun that's pretty much useless unless you're super close to someone. And so you better hit your shots, because if the other guy has a better aim, it's done. There is no spray and pray. There is a spray and pray kind of perk, but you have to only use it on revolvers, and it's really inaccurate and everything. But anyways, there is no running really fast and sliding on the ground to dodge bullets like in Call of Duty. You have your shots, you pick them, you choose them wisely, and you hit somebody, or you will lose your fucking character. Which, yeah, I used to think that was kind of gimmicky before. You know, to those who are unaware, when your character dies in game, you can't really use that specific character again. So if you like the way that, I don't know, this man tweezed his mustache or this woman waxed her ass cheeks, when he or she gets killed, you're done. it's over. You have to start from scratch with a completely different hunter. But now I realize that it just makes things more tense without ruining hours of gameplay. I mean, you don't really have that much time put on each person because most of the time you will lose. So even if you're on a hot streak, let's say with 3 wins on a character that you really like, they could die at any time. Hell, they could die from a fresh spawn hunter who just managed to get the drop on you while you thought you were being sneaky. But it's not like you lost a whole lot. You know, you hire another hunter, saddle them up, slap them on the ass, and send them to their doom. I mean, there's really nothing too big on it. They're just another fucking blank slate for you to murder. Holy shit, that's depressing. Anyway, the more time I play this game, the more I respect it for literally being one of the most tense, frightening games I've ever played, especially if you spawn at night. Yeah, there are like day-night cycles, and the difference is like riding a tricycle to riding a Tron bike with a broken wheel, and it's also haunted. And even though I played this game over and over and over again, and I've won multiple gunfights with solo or duo teams, I have to talk about the fact that you can't play just solo players if you are also solo. You have to play with other duo teams. I get it, Crytek, you don't want to divide the fan base, but you don't have 1,000 or 2,000 active players anymore, alright? So at some point you can get as high as 6,000 or 7,000 players now. You're not somebody that was struggling before like a year ago. I think you have enough. My friends don't have this game, and I don't want to make random friends, okay? You want me to hear it? I don't like making new friends, okay? That's a problem of mine, and I'm sticking with it. Let me play solo! Oh, and shotguns are too powerful. Just throwing that out there, now that I'm mentioning the other thing that I didn't like about this game. They're too powerful, you know? I'm tired of having my full life taken down because I get one-shotted by a guy in a cramped house. I understand. Stay away from people with shotguns. Yeah, how the fuck was I supposed to know we had a shotgun in that house? You know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, okay? We'll just stop it right there. So, anyway, if this review has piqued your interest, give it a shot. It's only, $40! I remember it being cheaper. I thought I bought this for like $20, but that was early access and I may have gotten it on sale. So well, I like it. I guess that's the only thing that I can really tell you about this review. I like it, but I can understand if the price point will put some of you off, and you know, just wait until it goes on sale. Maybe it'll be near like $30, and you know, then you can decide to do anything about that. Or hey, if you'd like to know, you could probably sell your body to make that money. And but I'm not saying anything illegal, right? I'm not talking about prostitution. But you'd be shocked about what some people would pay for a middle-aged man's nipples nowadays. I'm just saying, putting it on the table. Contact me if you want to get rid of your nipples. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and cheers.